His Royal Majesty was safe members of the diplomatic corps, honorable and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed, good evening. I know it is customary to say what a pleasure it is to be at an occasion one is to address. But it really is more than an absolute pleasure to be here with such a warm reception that we have received since we got here. Thank you. I standing here with 15 minutes on my hand, I was going to assure you that I belong to King Henry VIII School of Public Speaking. And as King Henry VIII said to his 8 wives, I shall not keep you long. But now, finding myself speaking at such an event, I more or less feel like the 8th wife. I know what's expected of me, but I don't know how to do it any differently. So perhaps what I should do is try and pay attention to some arguments around the FDI ecosystem. My remarks today will focus on some of the opportunities and challenges most pertinent to what I refer as quality FDI. Ghana has a proven track record in implementing political and economic reforms. In fact, Ghana was the first sub-Saharan African country to carry out market-friendly economic reform programs, beginning with the implementation of the Economic Reform Program in 1983, the adoption of the Mining Code in 1986, the enactment of the Investment Code in 1994, and the Free Zone Act in 1995. Ladies and gentlemen, we must take a historical journey, if only to appreciate the factors that animated Ghana to seek to regain self-independence. In the same breath, I will hopefully wish to indulge your intellectual universal consciousness around stepping around demystifying the Ghana Beyond Aid and establish intellectual foundation, and in all honesty, political discourse, so as not to remain in the domain of supposition. Given the topic Ghana, it is not lost to me that you might hear some ideas at somewhat greater length during this evening. So I seek apologies in advance, but there will be a few additional thoughts as we go along. FDI in developing countries has had a bad reputation. In some discussions, it is presented as tantamount to post-colonial exploitation of raw materials and cheap labor. However, in Africa, it has been posited as an issue of haves using the have-nots. However, recent data shows that FDI in developing countries increasingly flows to medium and high-skilled manufacturing sectors, involving elevated income levels. What's more, many emerging economies have built their growth on FDI inflows. So the trick here is to attract quality FDI. But allow me to characterize it more. What would be quality FDI? First, it would be contributing to the creation of decent and value-adding jobs. Secondly, it would be enhancing the skill base of the host economies. Thirdly, it will be facilitating the transfer of technology, knowledge, and know-how, be it sandbox policies to test, incubate, and accelerate ideas. Fourthly, it should be boosting competitiveness of domestic firms and enabling their access to markets. And last but not least, it will be operating in a socially and environmentally responsible manner. To achieve this, host countries cannot just wait and see what international market forces may bring to them. Rather, they need tailored policies to overcome domestic imperfections that hinder the smooth integration of indigenous and foreign firms into worldwide supply chain networks. I will hope to seek and involve you and beg your latitude into looking at the strategies for attracting quality FDI. Opening markets and allowing for FDI inflows by reducing restrictions on FDI. Providing open, transparent, and dependable conditions for all kinds of firms, whether foreign or domestic, including ease of doing business, access to imports, relatively flexible labor markets, and protection of intellectual property rights. A successful investment promotion agency could target suitable foreign investors and could then become the link between them and the domestic economy. Moreover, it should engage in after-investment care, acknowledging the demonstration effects from satisfied investors, the potential for reinvestments, and then the potential for cluster developments because of follow-up investments. Think carefully, how many sectors and activities can we target? If we were to look at investments and location decisions of suppliers mainly dependent on prime multinational investors in the host economy. Putting up infrastructure required for a quality investor, such as sufficient close-by transport facilities, adequate and reliable supply of energy, provision of adequately skilled workforce, facilities for the vocational training of specialized workers, ideally designed in cooperation with the investor. I could go on and on in setting up vendor development programs, shaping export promotion zones, and being patient to rely on the gradual structural transformation of the domestic economy. However, point of caution in my thoughts. We cannot insist that all inward FDI be at the most sophisticated technical level. Multinational firms, international firms with mid-level technology can provide benefits and connect up with local suppliers whose capabilities match the foreign firms more closely. We cannot confound supply chain creation with support for SMEs. We cannot subsidize specific companies. I generalize the thoughts. In public support, it should take a more general form. In closing, the maxim of law has always been de minimis non curat lex. Simply translated to mean, of small things the law knows no cure. I hold the view that as Ghana, we have and hold the antidote. But allow me to paraphrase the father of Pan-Africans. Kwame Nkrumah said, and I quote, "Countrymen, the task ahead is great, indeed, and heavy is the responsibility. And yet it is a noble and glorious challenge. A challenge which calls for the courage to dream, the courage to believe, the courage to dare, the courage to do, the courage to envision, the courage to fight, the courage to work, the courage to achieve the highest excellences and the fullest greatness of man. Dare we ask for more in life? And maybe to localize it even further, in the patriotic song, Yen Ara Asaseni, a similar context says, whether or not this nation prospers clearly depends on the character of the citizens of the nation. We must attend to Ghana in earnest. Let us.
Thank you very much, Professor Tal Edgars. Can you decline to take care of our to talk from Accra? So you should sit there, I announced it. I want us to with the